Hi everyone, it's Arlene here. Today's card I am making is this fun card here. And it is made using it's not really a new technique, but it's a fun one. I have not used it in a while. So making this background, sponge to background technique. And it is made with this stamp set called Follow Your Dreams. This is in our current catalog right now, Stampin' Up's catalog that we have that came out in June. So let me set this stamp set aside for now. I'll set this card aside and let me show you the paper that I'm using. So I'm starting out with just a white A2 size card. I cut in 8.5 by 11, the Whisper White cardstock, and then I scored it down the middle. That's going to be the base of the card. And then I have a piece of Highland Heather. I know I used this in the last video, but I really, really love this color. And this particular cardstock size is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 inches. I'm just going to be layering it onto the card base here. And then I have another piece of Whisper White cardstock. This one is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And that's going to be layered onto the Highland Heather there. And then I've got a couple of pieces of smaller cardstock. This is, again, more of the Highland Heather cardstock. And this is cut at 4 1/8 by 2 3/8 inches. And then another piece of Whisper White cardstock, which is cut at 4 inches by 2 1/4. And I will be layering that on together like this. So I'm going to set all of these pieces of cardstock aside and just starting with using the smallest piece of the Whisper White cardstock. So we'll go ahead and get started with inking it up. So I've got the 3 colors that I'm using are the Highland Heather, the Coastal Cabana, and the Grapefruit Grove. And I've just got these little sponge daubers here I'll be using. So what I like to do, and they're mixed, so they're hollow down here. They're hollow that you can put your finger in there. But I noticed that I get more control when I just actually hold it like this. So I'm going to ink that up. Now I'm not going to go directly onto my cardstock, but what I'm going to do is start in a circular motion, not real heavy, just lightly in a circular motion, and then start on scratch paper and start circular and then go onto my cardstock. And you'll see that it just gives it a light look. And I'm randomly just going onto the cardstock. I originally was going to make this card with the new Dandelion Wishes stamp set, which is gorgeous. And I thought, oh, I'll make like a kind of a just a like a sunset color. But I decided to make this using this stamp set, and I really like the way it looks. So we'll just kind of go over there randomly across like that. And then I've got the Coastal Cabana. This is a fun color too. Yes, so, and you see, especially with new stamp pads, they are, let me show you on this, there's a lot of ink there. So that's why I start to go onto the scratch paper and then work my way into the actual card itself, because I want this just to be a real light look. There again. And you don't want to use really firm pressure. But don't worry about really, keep making it perfect, because you can always go over it with different colors. And so really it's hard to mess up on this. Which must be why I like to make them. All right, and this is my last color. And I'm going, you see I've got some white edges here, some spaces that I didn't get covered with the other 2 colors. And that's what this 3rd color is here for, just to kind of complete it and cover up most of that white space. Unless, of course, you want that white space to show. Go over it. That's why I like the 3rd color really is for the finishing and the blending all together. Okay, looks about right. Okay. Okay, now we have the finished cardstock here. I'll move this over so you can see it a little bit better. It's inked up, ready to go. So I'm taking some of the black Memento ink. It's the Tuxedo black. And using the Dreamcatcher stamp, I'm just going to ink it up in black. Okay. And I kind of center that right in the middle there. There we go. And I'm going to bring this up so you can see the detail. Isn't that pretty? I love this little dream catcher. So, and then especially with the background on that. And that's really all there is to it. Now we're going to go ahead and put this card together, and then we'll add some finishing touches. Now, before I adhere the larger piece of Whisper White cardstock, I want to go ahead and stamp this at the bottom. And this is the stamp saying that says follow your dreams. Make sure I have it upright the correct way. Okay, and then just stamp that at the bottom, kind of in the middle, centered, but toward the bottom of your cardstock. Pretty. I love the font on this too. It also has Follow Your Dreams and Wish Big. Wish and Big are two separate stamps. So, more versatility. I like versatility in stamp sets. Okay, let's ink that, or adhere that to here. And put this last layer on to the card. Like this. Pretty. Okay, now we've got these new glitter enamel dots. These come in new colors. And I am going to, well, I was going to use the purple. Give it, you know, more, but look how pretty that one is. I think I'll use this. Let's put that right in the middle. Okay. And there we have it. That's the front of your card, and with a little glitter dot, you see how it just makes that pop up a little bit, yet it's still fairly simple. So you could use this with different sayings for really a variety of themes or celebrations or holidays. So that's it for this card. I hope you enjoyed it and learned maybe a new technique. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.